Good evening and welcome to the Hobby Corner. My name's Kev and it is Friday night. Yay! So, terribly sorry about being late. The kids just will not stay down. So, hang on. There we go. Less of the bedposts, yeah. Don't want to really see that, do we? Right, so yeah, apologies for running a bit late. They're still wide awake, still being loud. And of course my wife, she has her own lives where she does live car boot sales on Facebook. So she was trying to get that done, and it was sort of cutting close between the end of hers and the start of mine. So I was sort of trying to get the kids down, but they just won't, and I don't blame them. You know, it's still bright out, it's really stuffy, but you know, there we go. Anyways, I hope you're all well. I hope you can hear me fine. It looks like I'm coming across quite clear. That's good. If you do hear the kids calling in the background, do apologize, but hey ho, that is what it means to be live on the tinternet like a proper pro. So let's have a look at this. So let me know what you've been all up to. Oh, bloody hell, that's loud. Whew, nearly blew my ears off then. So let me know what you've been up to this week, how you've been coping, what your plans are for this weekend, and how you plan to cope next week, because apparently it's supposed to be a proper scorcher, getting up near 40s down here. So that's the thing. Though, I mean, I get it. It possibly could hit record highs, but they're making out like we are having the worst heat ever, and it happens every few years. It comes and goes in cycles, where we get a really hot summer, and then, you know, we get pants summers for a few years, and then get another big hot summer. Same with the winters. You get a really snowy winter, and then you go for a few years, maybe even almost a decade without a good snowy winter down here, and then you get a couple of years of like good snow. So, you know, I'm not a climate change denier or anything like that, but I do think there is a bit of hysteria being sort of drummed up at the moment. So stay cool, stay safe and all that stuff. And yeah, I mean, we just got to get on and manage how we do. But it's a bit stuffy, isn't it? I think they just turn on the heat. That's what it is. They turn on the heat just so we can all complain. If there was a way of trapping that heat, and I mean, laws of thermodynamics say it's near impossible, because there is absolutely no material that we have that can 100% insulate heat without some entropy in the energy. So if there was a way of developing that, where you could just suck in all that hot air or absorb all that heat energy and just store it for 6 months, and then when we really need it in winter, just slowly eke it out to keep us warm, that would be bloody brilliant. But I guess the closest thing to that is solar panels, isn't it? That's it. Anyways, enough of all that nonsense. You're not here for that. We are here to do some painting tonight. So I'm going to have a quick look over on the Discord, and we're going to see how the vote is going. And crikey, it is tied. And I really do wish I did not do I really do wish I didn't put bronies as an option, but there's a couple of people in the chat crying, so I thought, I'll put it. So it is tied between Emperor's Children and bronies. Stop talking shit. Didn't you know everyone's an expert, including me? Anyways, so what I'm gonna do, I'll give it another 5 minutes and then let everyone catch up. I'm gonna throw in another at everyone. I know I've been spamming at everyone's in Discord. I do apologize. There's been a lot of stuff to do, and it just so happens it's all sort of around the same time. So there we go. We're live. Way. All right. So missed having you in the chat, Normski. All right, so I will put up a poll, and it will be it will be between I just saw someone change the vote. Sneaky, but not sneaky enough. So someone dropped their vote for World Eaters and popped it on Emperor's Children. So I guess it's Emperor's Children. So I just gone and quickly primed 2 for now. I was going to do this one for Bronies if they won, and then I was doing this one for Emperor's Children because I think layering up from black would be better for Emperor's Children because it's quite a dark color, isn't it? The purple. It's purple and gold, I believe, right? So that's what we'll be doing. Purple and gold. Doopy-doopy-doo, purple and gold. Right, so first of all, I need paints, right? So I've got some Druki Violet in case I need that. Bye, Lima. The Lima lost its place to top. There we go. Pop that there. Melima! From when I, as a gift from my wife, she adopted, but it's basically made a donation to the lemur who wouldn't stop leaving me alone when we went to a zoo and we got to go into the enclosure. Alright, we got these paints. Now, I'm not going to use contrast for it because I think contrast works really well for bright. But not this kind. Plus, I don't even have a purple contrast, and I'm not going to mix it because I don't think I could. So, what am I going to need? I think Nagaroth Knight, and I'll use Gene Sealer Purple for highlights, but I will mix it to tone it down. I'm going to need some Abaddon. We are going to need some White Scar for some details. Don't need that. What else are we going to need? Gold. So not Auric, we want Retributer. Wherefore art thou, Retributer? There it is. Which means we're going to need some Sepia because it's quite bright with them, and some Liberator Gold for highlights. Keep that nice and bright. I think that's about right, isn't it? I've never painted Emperor's Children before, so it's a nice challenge to do. Yeah. So I'll just get rid of some. So I got some wrappers there from when I was munching Werther's originals during. Seem to do a lot of video editing, but very little videos actually get released. It's astonishing, really. So. Let's hop over to. I actually call this scene big paint, small face, because it's big paint, small face. There you go. So, let's see if I can There we go. Level it out. I need to move my water away, so I don't want to get that dipped into. I don't want to put it somewhere I'm going to forget I got it. So over there, it can absorb the heat from the laptop fan. So this is the chaperone I will be painting. So of course we're going to need to do one thing. Put him on an actual paint stand for one. See how lazy I am when it comes to actually tidying up. And I'm going to need these things. So it's going to be this one, isn't it? It is this one. Make sure I get the right one. Pop it in there. Slide that in there. And pop that on top. Job done. Clip it in. Look at that. Beautiful. I don't think I need the finger protection. There you go. Yeah. Bloody horrible, isn't it? You liked the stream 25 minutes before it came on. Wow. That's very nice of you, man. That's dedication. Right? Why don't I get that dedication from the rest of you lot, young grateful gits? Alright, where's the pallets? Doop-a-doop-a-ding. Here we go. Alright. It's going to throw the light balance off big time. So I'll pop it out the way slightly. Alright, so normally what I would do is I would go over the primer with the Abaddon, but I don't want to. I'm going to go straight in with Nagaroth Knight. Make sure I get some tissue on the go as well. Rightio. Right, so gonna need, oh, that's trash. Now I know this is dry. Just work with me here. Hey, actually, I haven't even done the early bird roll call yet. How rude of me. Let's start from the top, shall we? So big hello to the home knob. Yes, we also got Wolfenstone. How you doing? We've got Normski. How you doing, mate? Waylanders wondering. Void Captain Bazooka, Gino Docker J, Robert Evans with his Superfly. Who else we got in this chat? And that's the lot at the moment. Sweet. That's fine with me. A small yet amazing group of awesome people. So I can't be mad at that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, instead of layering it on or putting a nice thick base coat on, I'm going to dry brush, rough dry brush, because I like the purple to have a real deep shade. Like, so if any recesses get left without the purple, that's just perfect. Perfect. So I am doing them in 30k color scheme, because I believe in the 40k color scheme they trade in purple for pink. Go a bit pinky, don't they? So there's no need to do that. So it's a nice, rich purple. Okay. Get on the power pack as well. And it's going to look odd having this color scheme on a 40k miniature because, of course, they're a lot more warpified, so to speak. So it's a bit different. But hey, that's what we do here. Okay, now what I'm going to do, gonna drop just a little bit of Gene Stealer purple on it, just a itty bitty bit. Maybe a bit more than that. Give it a nice mix. There we go. Sinistral painting, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. Good to see ya. And we got the painting Wookie in the chat as well. Nice one. Glad you could join us. So as you can tell, Emperor's Children won the vote. So I'm doing it in the 30k scheme, not the 40k. So it's the deep purple with the gold details. So I've started with Nagaroth Knight, dry brushed over the black, and then I've mixed a teeny tiny bit of Gene Stealer purple in there. And then what I'm going to start doing is a bit of a Centerfold dry brush. So I'm just brushing downwards, and all those areas that should get that highlight will get it, and all the areas that don't just don't get it. And then I'm going to do one more highlight of that, maybe two actually, it depends how it works. It all depends on how it works and how quickly this paint dries as well. It's perfect dry brushing weather actually. Perfect weather for it. I've got to get that top bit there. Alright, that purple's starting to come out a bit more. I think one more in there. Ah, the misadventures of Mr. Fish. How you doing? Right. I need a bit more of that Nagaroth in there as well. Okay. Just a little bit more, just a little bit. There we go, that's better. So I've got a nice gradient going on there. Just get that off there. And just lightly get those more upper reaches. Oh yeah. Coming along very nicely, I should say for myself. Little bit in there, a bit on that hand there. I mean, that's just, it's come out lovely actually. I'm happy with that. Don't need to touch it anymore. Or do I? Well, ha ha ha. What I'm going to do is give it a nice shade of, well, I'm not even going to shade it. It's going to be like a glaze of Druchi Violet. Hopefully that'll tie in the layers a little bit, and then I can start picking out. No, actually, sod it. I'll do the gold details first before I do that, because then I can shade it all at the same time. So, get my trusty. Again, I'm just going off memory, by the way. It's bitch. So what are you up to tonight? What you doing? What you got planned for this weekend? How you managing with the heat for those in the UK? And yeah, let us know what's going on, you lot. Let's get the chat rolling. Don't forget, at 10 we are going to have our community corner as well. So if you want to have all your amazing works of art or works in progress or your project ideas shown off to the internet forever and ever, then hop over to the Discord. One of the fantastic mods will drop the link, and if you're not already on there, and then go down to the community corner tab and just pop it all on there. The more the merrier, for sure. Right, so Retributer. Let's get this in. Hey, who needs a vortex mixer? Not me. Right, so let's go. I mean, Emperor's Children, they like to show off their embroidery. The embroidery? Not the embroidery, but they like to show off how special they are. They think they're special. So it's going to be no shortage of gold details on this miniature. Don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. I'm going to be spending more time picking out gold detail than anything else, really. Which is a shame, because the highlight on the trims is really nice. You're probably thinking, you know, if he used a smaller brush, he would be a lot neater. And you might be true. But the problem is, it would take me much longer to paint with a smaller brush. And I find, especially in the heat, if you got smaller strokes, you have to thin it out a bit more, just so those smaller strokes don't show the streaks. But in this heat, you start thinning stuff out. I find the paint dries faster if you put a bit of water in it, because that water just wants to get up and go, as opposed to the medium that's already in the paint. I find that evaporates a lot slower. So oh, that looks gorgeous already, doesn't it? Oh yeah. Hey Ross Matthews, how you doing, man? Glad you could join us. Hope you're well. Oh, we've got so many legends in the chat today. Alright. Let's go for it. So, for those who voted, tell us in the chat why you voted for the legions that you did. Is it because you got an upcoming project? Is it because you have an affiliation with them? You just more drawn to them, or are they like your favorite? Do you not see enough painting of them on the Tinternet? Let me know in the chat. Let's get that conversation going. I find it fascinating that of all the legions, the traitor legions that you could have chose, it was Emperor's Children. That I think it might have something to do with the torture you wanted to put me in for all the gold trim. Could very well be that. Might actually have to put a bit of water in there now. Okay. Right, that's as close to that bit I'm gonna do. Then we've got this bit under here. And annoyingly, as good as Retributer Gold is, you still have to give it at least 2 coats just to get that solid gold. Waylander says, simple, everyone likes a pervert. Wolfenstone says, because I wanted you to have to paint. Oh, you wanted me to paint white? Oh, so you did the World Eaters then. Alright. Oh my god, so much detail on this. I'll turn it up a bit for you guys so you can actually hear the music. Every children are the most debauched chapter, just like me, says Normski. And Gina just clicked a random one. Excellent. That sounds a bit Zinchian, to be honest. Letting the fates decide, are you? Boop, 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 boop. Dee, 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 dee. Alright, let's change the angle on this. Alright, no one's going to see that buttock. Boop, 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 boop. And now we're finally on the arms. Crikey. Ah! Lick the finger. No! Ah well, bugger it. Touch it up later. Not a problem. It's only a problem if you allow it to be a problem. Sodding thing. Sinistral Painting says Hydra Dominatus. I mean, go Flugrin. Oh, I love it. You could just see Orgrim prancing around like RuPaul. That's so sad. Oh no. There you go. There's Normski bringing the tone down. Saying bugger it around the Emperor's children as an invitation. Oh dear. Ah, you know what? This is just pants now. I got shakes because of the heat. Like, it doesn't matter how much I hydrate. I'm snacking on the right foods to keep my electrolytes up. But I just still getting the shakes from the heat. So I was actually had to pull sickie today because I actually woke up and my back was all locked up. And I just couldn't move. I was in so much pain. And yeah, I ended up summing the day off. And I got nothing done because of course I was just lying on my back. I was still getting little spasms here and there as well, but it's manageable at the moment. I suppose the way I'm sitting, it doesn't help. Really scoot in and get my elbows up. I want to get my arms in the paint though. Alright, that's that bit done. Let's get the shoulder done. Sinistral says, Lucius, Chante you stay, soul sashay away. I wish I read that in my head first. So Norski says, apart from Space Wars, I think Emperor's Children would be the best chapter to be in. Oof, really? Waylander agrees, but only during the Crusade era. So just before the fall to chaos. Would that be like now? Would you still consider when they had that that orchestra event happen with the demonic painting and all that? Would you consider that as the pivotal point, or would you say it was earlier or later? I mean, at that point they hadn't really gone rogue yet, had they? They're dabbling in things they shouldn't have, and they knew they'd get in trouble for it, but they hadn't actually declared themselves you know, enemies of the Emperor. In fact, it's kind of odd being named Emperor's Children, but they would go rogue. But you know, seeking perfection and all that nonsense, they got into some weird stuff. Death point and no return. Yeah. Okay. Might as well do. Let's go. detail there. There we go, and then see if I can just graze the details here. If I can do that, that'd be sick. Just gotta control those shakes. Get that brush control in there. Ooh. Oh, the focus is on right now. Proper leaned in and everything. There you go. That's neat enough, isn't it? It will do. Alright. It will do. Tempting to do the bit around there, but that's going to be a bit of a pain. We have to do the talons here. For sure. That's why I decided this would be good as the Emperor's Children, because it had the talons up here. And of course, whippy hair. So, you know, you can let his hair rock out. I have to be too careful there because I'm going to be painting the skulls in bone. Oy, nice. Ooh. Keep bumping the mic. Orgrim getting the anathema sword is the beginning of the end. Yeah, for sure. Not wrong with a line of coke and killing a planet once in a while. I'm ski. Yeah, once in a while. If you have the means, I guess, right? Oh my days. Tell he's a party child. Oh look, it's got a little fox grill on the back as well. You know, like he wants to become a noise marine eventually. We could say that's an exhaust point as well, but I think it fits better. Alright. A bit of trim there. Alright, I think that might be all the trim. Yeah, let's do his loud mouth as well. Gold, gold, always believe in your soul. You have the power to know that you're unstoppable. Always believing that you are gold, gold. Alright, that'll do. for that. Bugger it. Put some gold trim on here as well. Everywhere and anywhere, right? Any excuse. Gonna make it a bit rough on the weapon though. It's getting a little bit too debauched, so he's not really looking after it. So I'm gonna wet dry brush it, or overbrush, as I've been told it's called. But wet dry brush. Plenty of spiky bits as well to please Slanesh. No skin scraps though. There we go, it's looking proper. Proper shiny. Alright. I think that'll do. Cool. Oh no, I've got the chaos sign symbol there as well. I stabbed myself with it. I'm not a party child. I've not blown up a planet in ages. For Captain says I chose Wild Eaters because they're white and blue and it might have been a challenge to paint. I also chose them because kill. Cool. Everyone like a bit of rough around the weapon. That's normal. Oh, here we go. I really should slap a not safe for work sticker on this show. You know what I mean? Crikey, mate. Crikey. There we go. Lovely. Right. I should put a bit of gold on the old plasma pistol. It'd be an insult not to, right? It's my painting montage. There we go. That looks alright. Alright, that's it. Done for the gold. All that gold, how long does he spend polishing the head of his chopper? I mean, come on now. Come on now. Just not necessary at all. Alright, I'm just going to go around and neaten some bits up before I start the process of shading. Okay. Okay. Tiniest bit of water. There we go. I think that is everywhere I dropped the ball. And now just to get its layers up. It was a tip tap of this. This is just for certain areas where there would have been a highlight. Just gonna very lightly put that on. That was it, I think, wasn't it? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Alright, that's it. I can get the shades done now. Well, this is terrible stuff. I'll let that sit in there for a moment. So, let's get the old trusty shade brush, and we're gonna go Nagaroth, Duchy Violet over those purple areas, and Seraphim Sepia on gold, because it's a nice bright gold then, rather than the darker tones if you added Agrax. The Reichland Flesh Shade might actually have a nice effect on it. What do you guys think? Should I go Seraphim or Reichland? It's a tough call, isn't it? Or should I put Druchii Violet over the gold as well? That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? You know what? I'm going to put Druchii Violet all over the gold as well. Screw it. The whole miniature. It'll tie it all in nicely. I think we'll get a nice visceral shade of it then. I'm gonna screw it up, probably, but I don't care. We're mixing it up as we go. That's what we do over here. Happy corner. That could be my next theme tune, for all we know. Ooh, I do like purple over gold. It's quite nice, actually. Probably someone in the chat right now just screaming, "You ruined it! You idiot, you ruined it!" Just trust in the process, man. We make it up as we go along all the time, and it kind of works out. 3 out of 10. I'm sure it works out more often than not. I'm positive it does. Otherwise, I wouldn't be a world famous YouTuber. You know. I'm I'm really feeling the hubris here as I delve into my inner Emperor's child and just like chat shit about myself, big myself up, big up. Let's just make sure there's no pooling. Very interesting. Use right click on your 1k on your 1,000 suns. Okay, right now because I have no idea what that is. No, flip it, wolf. 1 minute to community corner. Oh yeah. Did I make it worse or better? That is the question, isn't it? Look at my terrible painting skills. Terrible painting skills. But hey, look. I mean, it looks... Hang on. Keep forgetting there's a chat there. Boop-a-doo! Shiny and gold. It's not too bad. It's still got highlights to do to bring that gold back. Quick little dry brush of Liberator gold on it. Should do the trick. And then to offset it, I want to give him nice pale skin. Proper pale. Like almost deathly pale. And that'd be a nice contrast against it. And then just pick up details. What to do for the hair though? It's got to be blonde hair, right? It's got to be. How can you paint so much in so little time? I really haven't. It just looks like I have. I really haven't. That's half an hour, like, of trash. It's terrible. Anyways, let me get the community corner all set up and ready to go. Oh my days. We've got a lot of orcs in here. Hope you guys like orcs. So I'm gonna sit back a bit. Gonna get me water. Ginger. He's an emperor child. He's not soulless. Don't clip that either. Community corner. Here we go. Oh, let's just pause the music for a sec. Here we go. So, community corner. Every week we get to show off what you lot have been working on all week long. Whether it's work in progress, completed stuff that you want to show off, or just, you know, projects that you're getting started. Let's get this chair up. There we go. I feel more present now. All right. There we go. So, let's get to it, shall we? So starting off right at the top, we got Frandog99. Thank you very much for your submission. He says, get in there with my last 3 Necrons, finally. So he's been chewing away at the Necrons from the Indominus box. And yeah, he's been doing really, really well. So the fact that he's getting to his last 3, pretty cool. He's kept the colours consistent as well. So I can't wait to see these finished. Because they're going to look awesome all together. He's even magnetized the bases so they sit nicely in the box. So, I mean, you can't get more awesome than that. That nice. I like the Canoptic alloy. It's just a really nice look. So yeah, if you can, Try and find his work that he's done before. And they all look really nice, really stunning, really uniform, and great choice of colors as well. What do you mean, where was the community corner intro scene? It was there. You're gonna tell me there was no intro scene? It's right there, dude. See? That's it. Community corner, not the KFC. So thank you very much, Fran Dog. Next up is Mr. Fish, and it looks like he's finished a lot. So he says, "Oh man, so many projects since last week. Finished up a kill rig, Dakka jet, knob on Smasher Squig, and a pain boss in preparation for my first tourney at the end of the month." Can't say anymore. This dude's been knocking it out, man, and it's all been looking awesome. And everything named, it's just amazing. I'm not gonna try and say it. I'm just not even gonna try and say the names because it's crazy, but that's amazing. Great skin tones. You got that sneaky camo going on all throughout. I love this dude. He's just awesome. We might have to rush a little bit through these because there's so much to go through. But I mean, it doesn't mean that any of it is bad. It's all freaking awesome. So if you want to check it out in more detail, hop over to the Discord, have a look in Community Corner, and you can just have a look at it. We keep all of the previous stuff up, so you can check it out at any time. I mean, look at the skin just hanging off the back there. Yar! Cannon fire. And then the Dakka jet with the planes. That's with the trees there as well. The bases are always just on point, you know? Always on point. This is great. It's consistent all the way through, and that's what I love about it as well. Look at all that going on in the back there. That's sick. That is sick. So is that all your homemade terrain as well, or was that a board somewhere? That looks awesome. Sky Captain Grockamongus. Mogla. The third. So Sky Captain Grockamongus Mogla the third. Awesome. Dog Jawlog. Let me know. See, it's just so much detail to the character of them, you know, to the point where you name it all. That's very immersive. I love the patterns on there as well. A great contrast of colours, the orange and the blue. Spot on, man. And then Grutnot. It's Painboy, I think it is, or I think it is. Oh, he's got like a, or maybe he's not. I don't know. But I like the fact that he's got a little grot called Satchel, and he's got a wheel and a motor, and then like a little claw and a drill. It's just not much left. Satchel Short. What's the? So he's called Satchel Short Screw. And then the other one is Grotnot Rot Drog. It's terrible, mate. That was really good work, man. Well done. Thank you so much for sharing. And good luck for the tournament as well. Next up is Waylander. So not much hobby this week. I've been working on my studio area. It's always good to have your studio area nice and tidy. For sure. Keep things a bit organized. I'm terrible for it. Absolutely terrible. I literally have drawers right there to put these racks of paint in. And I didn't bother after last week. They've been sitting there all week. But yeah, no, it's looking good. I see we got a little sneak of what's coming up. Very cool. So there you go. Little preview of what's coming in future videos. Very cool. Thank you very much, Mr. Waylander. And then next up is Gina with some Marvel Crisis Protocol miniatures, which look absolutely fantastic. That Crossbones, I think that's Crossbones. It's Spidey, Captain America, and the Red Skull. Very nice mix there. Oh, blooming hell. You know what I'm gonna have to do? Sorry, folks. I'm gonna just have to. There we go. Go better. So yeah, great work. And of course, you got some terrain. Why haven't you? Why wouldn't you? The Daily Bugle. Wow. Excellent. Some large trash containers and a couple of cars as well. That is pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. So yeah, keep it up. Keep up the great work. Doing fantastic, especially because you've only been in the hobby, what, 2 years now, I think it is? Been just non-stop knocking it out, so. Still needs a lot of work, she says. They're gonna look great as they are. Just tidy up the bases and job done. But yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see the finished result then, if that is to be finished. So yeah, thanks so much for sharing. Next up is Raven's Rook, live every Monday at 7:30 PM BST. And here you go. Still working on Kill Rig Kit Bash. It's a long way to go yet. I mean, it's still looking fantastic for sure. I just love it. This is just the back end of it as well. Like, what he's done with it is just so cool. There we go. Look, I mean, come on. How can you not like that? Just under a year. No way. I thought it was longer than that. Bloody hell. Well, then you really are doing freaking fantastic. So definitely keep it up. He really has smashed it out the park, Normski. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah, just can't not of it. It's just awesome. So thank you so much, Phil. Freaking awesome. And we got Mr. Debunker, aka Bunker. He live streams over on Twitch, I believe. So go check him out. It's bunker painting, and this is what he's working on at the moment. So we've got Bowie there, and I can't remember what these are called. Anyone can do a shout out the names. Is this from Labyrinth, or was it? Yeah, it is Labyrinth, isn't it? You have to remind me what these were called though. But yeah, I can't wait to see how they look in the end. So keep us up to date on that. For sure, man. Next up, Mr. Normski. Now this is the diorama that he was working on for the good versus evil, good versus bad duo type competition we were running last month, and of course he didn't get it finished in time. He's still working on it. He reckons there's another 15 to 20 hours left. That's mad. But yeah, it looks great. They are the Fireys. Ah, okay. Thanks, Gina. There you go. So, yeah, it's a converted reanimator. Like the legs have been shortened against Canoness, and she's really annoyed because he stole her handbag. It's coming along really nicely, dude. So definitely can't wait to see that finished. It's gonna look epic. Next up is Foy Captain Bazooka. So my Black Shield Marauder with rotor cannon build is complete. Hooray! Only took ya, oh, what, 3 months almost, I think. Almost. Looks great though. It's fantastic. So all the white bits, that's all plasticard that he is sculpted at that scale. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And he's been showing us every bit along the way. Each segment of this ammo belt, it was like less than a mil. Less than a millimeter. Chucked it all out, lined it all up, put it on a belt. It's madness. And of course, like, he's got his own spiky shoulder pad there. He's carved out the handle for that as well. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So it's definitely a labor of love for sure. No sane person would do this for any other reason. I don't even think anyone would do it for commission, because how could you charge for this on a commission? There would be no amount that people, like, someone would be happy to pay, but there'd be no amount that you'd be happy to be paid. You know what I mean? The amount of time you put into this, it's crazy. It's also got a shortened chainsword there, so it's like a little stubby one. Let's see if we could get a view on it. There you go. Look, it's a little stubby chainsword. Just, you know, so if anyone gets too close, you could just bzz in the face. It's awesome. So thank you so much, dude, because that's absolutely mental. I love seeing your work. Oh, here's a close-up. He says, I've also added a pair of jawbones to his chain. And he's taken from his... Oh, that he's taken from his foes. Which could indicate his former legion, perhaps being the Night Lords, World Eaters, or even Space Wolves. It's a mystery. Look at that. That is just mental. He's made that. Now, we all know how bloody tiny those details are. Can you imagine carving that out? That's just... it's crazy. Thank you so much for sharing that, dude. Goes to show that anything's possible. Next up, we have from the Honed Hobbyist is Kragnos. He's finally finished. Have you finished it, or was it almost finished? I can't remember. There's a lizard there as well. Picked out all the details. Got like gory bit of blood there. But yeah, I mean, it looks like you're just finishing off the base there, doesn't it? But yeah, I mean, looks awesome from what we can see. Look at the size of that thing. It is a huge miniature. Absolutely huge. There's lovely coloration there. For that, with the orange yellow going into the red. And then of course you got the green picked out on the details. Looking really, really good, man. Look at that. How can you not just look at that and think, crikey, I don't have to face that on the battlefield. It's madness. Keep it up, man. Doing really good. Just the basing to finalize, then sticking Kragnos onto the stone, and then it's done. Great job, dude. It's looking absolutely awesome. It's just such a nice sculpt as well. So you're doing it props, mate. And there we go. That is it for this week's Community Corner. What a fantastic collection of awesome miniatures we have there. So plenty of inspiration for you lot to delve into. If you ever get stuck on anything, just hop over onto the Discord, have a look through Community Corner. And you know, like I said, we have all the past stuff, so it's going back months and months, all the way to the beginning of the Discord. So go check it out. And that is that. So we'll put my face here because why not? Shall we get on to painting again? The purple should have dried by now. Alright. Love warm tap water. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So pop that. I'm gonna get rid of that. And I'm gonna swap this over to there. I'm gonna pop this down to there. So now I can see the chat closer to my face. Whilst I paint. Oh no, I'm so clever. Don't tell my family. They'll start expecting better of me. So right. So all I need to do is do a light dry brush on the goldy bits, and to do that, get my old trusty base brush that's all frayed up because it just does the job just right. I'm gonna throw in some Liberator gold, and that's what we're gonna do. So I'm actually got to get the right camera on first. There we go. But I pointed it out already, mate, so it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's there. It's there. Ooh. Okay. I just got to be a bit more careful with this. It says Liberator Gold. I'm just going to do a top-down dry brush. Or over brush. I don't think it's dry enough, but it will pick out all those highlighted details. And yeah, I know I'm risking it just here and there on the rims. I'm not doing it all the way around because that would be mad. I get it all on the purple. Selectively. Or on those corners, I think. Bit on the knee. Like that. Definitely gonna have it on here. Like that. Over this bit of detail. Over his beak. Ah, that's looking good. Oop, this way, okay. Looking very good. Little bit on there. A bit on there. Let's load up a bit more. Really work it off. There we go. A little bit on that. A bit. It's a little bit here and there, you know. You don't have to be too crazy with it because I want to sort of play more to the natural light, you know. A little bit in there, a little bit on the wrist. Yeah. That'll do. And then just on there as well. So not directly on the top, because of course the light doesn't reflect at you from the top, it sort of reflects from the side on. So that's the theory of directional light. It will come down and ping off at you. That's the sort of bits that you want to focus on. See? And I made no mess with it. How awesome is that, eh? The risk is too great, he says. A super light gold dry brush on the circle could work. Well, that's what I was doing. Liberator gold is a really light thing, so... There you go. It's really brightened it up. Yeah. So, job done. Easy peasy. Right, so what do we work on next? We'll get this skin, shall we? So with this, I will actually bring out a smaller brush. Now, I want it pale, like pale. So, go. But it's still got to have a warm tone to it, you know, because it is still flesh. So I can't go like off one grey and then hide witch flesh over Rakar flesh. That's the mix I'm going for. Oop, there we go. Give it a real good shake up as well. And you know what? I'm not even bothered by the glittery purple water that I'm going to be thinning it down by, because if I get a bit of glitter on it, it kind of fits anyway. Alright. Just the cheekbone. Is there any cheekbone visible? It is visible, okay. You know, a purple shade would actually have worked well on the skin as well, to be honest. So yeah, if you decide you want to do Emperor's Children for your Horus Heresy paint scheme, I think this is a pretty nifty, easy enough way of doing it. It's come out alright, hasn't it? Considering I'm making it up as I go along, I don't think it's too bad. So I'm already adding my second layer because it's drying so quickly. I can actually get multiple layers done without tearing the layer before it. There we go. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Also need to do it on the skulls as well, actually. Can't forget those. Don't have to be too neat with the skulls because they're skulls. It's just a background detail. So how many of the champions of chaos have the Primarch's old weapon? Or how many chapter masters have a Primarch's weapon? Because I know Khan, he picked up one of the chain axes that Angron threw away. And I know Lucius, he picked up the sword, the anathema sword, that Fulgrim didn't want anymore. I don't think Typhus walked away with anything from Mortarion. And the other one is Araman. I don't think he got anything from Magnus either. And then you got the Talon of Horus from Horus Lupercal's suit of armor. Thingamabob's got that. Abaddon. So yeah, that's basically it for the chaos from getting stuff from their Primarchs. And for the loyalists,
I think Marnis Kalgar. It's part of his armor. Part of Gilliman's old armor. I think it might be the Power Fists. Vulcan Heston, I think his name is, the chapter master for the Salamanders. He obviously has a few of the relics from Vulcan. And Blood Ravens have got everyone else's. Grimnar took an axe off a World Eater champion. Badass. Ah, you know what? I didn't do those little skulls there in gold as well. Darn it. Never mind. This does not suit the perfection of the Emperor's Children. It's nice to get a bit of different colour on there. You know? Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix in a little bit of the pallid witch flesh. And I'm going to do the similar layering effect with this face to these skulls, but what's going to change how they look is the shades that I use. Yeah, let's get all of it in there. That's what she said. Perfect. Sevatar didn't get anything. Yeah, but I mean, he's not really a champion of chaos, though, is he? He's just a it's just leader of the Night Lords. If you can call him a leader. I mean, the Night Lords are just basically war bands going around terrorizing people and flaying them. Just a very rough highlight here. Nothing too fancy. Alright. None of the Alpha Legion were there when Dawn killed Alfarius, but then again, if you ask Alfarius, he wasn't even there when he got killed. So, you know. And in between those details. Back there. Trying to avoid the recesses as much as possible. Like that. Right. A little bit. more on raised areas. You know what? I forgot. A little bit of rack off left there. It's not enough. Got the little bone protrusions. It's little bone protrusions here and there, like here. There's one there. A little one here as well. Like that. There we go. Can't forget these details. They're very important details for a heretic. You know, it shows off their the dedication to the ruinous powers. By absorbing that warp juju. I'm going to be neat about where the starting point at the base of the horn is, because I want it to look like the armor and the horn is sort of melded, because the horn is growing out of that armor after all. So and that's all the bits that I can see. Yeah. Does Cypher have Johnson? He does have the Lion Sword, but he is not a chapter master or a champion of chaos. He's a renegade. Running around the galaxy with a Primarch sword. Waiting for the day when the lion wakes up. They can just like pop round the corner and say, look, see? Did my job. The Dark Angels heresy books were actually really interesting. I like the fact that Cypher was originally from another area on the planet that Johnson came from, and you know, he was sort of kept as an outsider, as like that sort of neutral voice, so he could be like the keeper of the secrets. Yeah, Luther didn't like that much. Got very shortchanged. The whole ordeal. Alright. Cool. More bit on the top of the head there. Right. Just going to go in for one more highlight before I drop in a straight up pallid witch flesh. Tippity top of the details. So I have finished. What are you lot watching on TV at the moment? I finished The Boys. I finished Stranger Things, Picard. Finally finished that, which wasn't as bad as some people made out. It wasn't great. It wasn't like blow your socks off amazing, but it wasn't that bad either. And now I'm making my way through this season of Umbrella Academy, which has been interesting. Lovely. Cool, I think that's enough. Nomsy says, didn't Russ give his Emperor's Spear to Ragnar Blackmane? He doesn't use it though. Ragnar took the spear and threw it at the Thousand Sun sorcerer Maddox, I think that was his name, and lost it in the warp. I think he got it back. Must have had a tracking number on it. Boy Captain says he's near the end of the terminal list in Prime. Okay. Gina's starting The Boys after stream. Well, I appreciate the fact that you're waiting until post stream. Thank you. It's almost kind of looking a bit Night Lordsy, isn't he? Oh, we'll get there in the end. So, I'm going to have a tiny bit of this stuff, Druchii Violet, just on the palette. Gonna go 50-50 with a bit of water. I'm going to do this under the eyes. Because, you know, black eyes are in. It's just enough to stain it. And while that sets, got some Caribou Crimson. Gonna do a similar thing. But I'm gonna do this around the scar on the head, on the forehead. It looks like it's still kind of fresh. Like so. Okay. Let's see if I can get that up there. There we go. You see it's just a bit of purple under the eyes. Right. And then I'm going to be very Chris Pratt as a Navy SEAL Badass Revenge series. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a series, it's not like a one-off movie. Alright, Reichland. Really water this down. Yeah, in and around the details, and in the deeper areas, have it around the edges here. Because it's super thin down, shouldn't be an issue sitting in the recesses. Have a little bit around the top knot as well. With a miniature this size, there's no real need to go too crazy with, you know, the subtle shading of the skin and everything, because who's gonna notice unless they proper look up close, you know? Right. Now I need a thick. What I need is, where is it? Agrax Earthshade. Yeah. Okay, got Agrax Earthshade. Now this is going to be for the bone bits, and again I'm going to just thin it out a little bit. I don't normally thin out my shades, but this time I'm making an effort. I usually like to go real heavy with my shades, and not use them as shades, but use them as like what's the word I'm looking for? Glazes. So I'm just going over the bone bits with this, and it should just settle nicely at the base, and just tint the lighter bits. And then get this all in there. All in those recesses on that skull. Make those details pop. we go. Get in around those claws, for sure. This helps give a little bit of a border between the colours, which is quite visually healing, you know, it looks really nice to the eye. And you know what I appreciate is that these skulls look more like old hammer skulls, you know, like the old artwork from the books, and less like actual you know, anatomically correct skulls. You know, like the really sinister looking skulls that they used to have on everything Warhammer. Really long rictus grin. It's kind of what they got going here. I appreciate that detail. Alright, now I'm just what's it, wicking? Just where you just get the excess like that and you just take it away. There we go. Looks alright, that. Again, let's see if we can get that to pop on there. And then skulls back. That look decent enough, right? Blanchitsu style, yeah. Void has also been watching Bergerac, Magnum PI, and Airwolf. Joker. Have a good night, Normski. That's the end of the story. Ah, dear. I ain't reading you a bedtime story. We already know I'm boring enough, okay? Ah, where was the white scar? Here it is. I'm going to use this as a final highlight for the skin. Not even going to thin it out, just no need. There we go. Now, eyes is a tough one. I don't think I could. Cheeky bastard. Yeah. Don't think I could. I'll tell you what, you join my membership, then I'll read your story. Put your money where your mouth is. You could do it through YouTube, or you could do it through Buy Me a Coffee, for as little as £2 a month. But there we go. That is what I've got to show for at the end of, let's say, I've had about an hour's worth of painting tonight. So I've got most of the face done, just maybe like a final touch up there, and then get the eyes done. The armor is pretty much done. I want to do plasma glow on it, of course, to finish the weapon. I'm going for platinum hair, by the way. I want to do platinum hair. Maybe nice jewel effect on there. I think it'll look good.
But there we go. That's my first proper Chaos Space Marine in 20 years, I think. Just deep shadow it. Yeah. I think what I'll do is I'll get some not Mornfang brown, but you know, what's it? Not Catachan. Maybe Rhinox hide. A bit of Rhinox hide, mix it with some Abaddon black, really tone it down. Let's put it real thin in there, in the eye holes, and that would do it really. But anyways, I want to say a massive thank you to all of you for tuning in tonight and hearing me waffle and do some really bad painting on the fly. Again, like, I literally just looked at a picture of an Emperor's Children before I went on show. I didn't even have any reference near me, so I really should have. But hey, 30k style on a 40k mini, can't go wrong with that. That is the basics. That's all you really need to know, and then you can fill out the rest of the details with your usual painting habits. So, once again, thanks for everyone for tuning in. Thank you for voting as well, and a big thank you to everyone for entering in the community corner. Don't forget, we still have our KFC this month. Bright, vibrant colours, as bright as you can get them. That is your target. If you're waiting for the contrast paints to be released this Saturday, I think it is, then what, tomorrow? Or is it going to be Sunday? No, they got a paint along on Sunday. They're released tomorrow, I think. So yeah, if you haven't already pre-ordered, hit the Element Games link. That will take you straight to Element Games. They do some fantastic bundles there. You save yourself a pretty penny on them, or you can hop over to Gaming Republic. Sorry, Tabletop Republic. They're a local FLGS. I don't get anything from shouting them out. They don't even know that I shout them out, but it's just a local if you're in the area, and they actually do have like a really cool bundle going, so check them out. But yeah, if you want to help the channel out, go to Element Games, and yeah, join the memberships, like, share, subscribe, all that fantastic stuff that you don't have to pay for. Helps the channel. Join our Discord. It's a fantastic community, and you get to share all your great work and get help with it. Anyone, there's so many people on there at the moment that could just help you at any time of the day as well, because we've got people around the world on there, which is amazing. And yeah, that's it. I can't say anything more except a massive thank you to where is it? These lot here. Big shout out to you guys. Lupus Canis, Tabletop Ready Minis, and Gina Doherty, who have joined the YouTube membership, and on the Buy Me a Coffee membership. Big thank you to David Young, Zero Honor, Gunstar Hero, and Phil Eden. Eddie Art, you guys are absolutely amazing. You are what help keep this channel going, because without your help, without the little bit that you put through every month, didn't have the lights on, wouldn't have the internet, I wouldn't have miniatures to paint. So big loves to you all. And again, you don't have to subscribe to these things. These are just an extra way of just supporting the channel and being awesome. So just subscribe. That's all you got to do. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. I've done enough shilling. Check out the Teespring, by the way, if you're still looking to get a t-shirt or a mug for the THC. Go for it. I'm going to start reducing the line soon, so I'm going to be getting rid of products on there. So if you want to get those bits and pieces, go for it. Have a look. Some cool stuff there. And yeah, that's it. Ta-ra for now. Big love. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Oh, this water is bloody warm. Ugh.
Boon. That's